Hello everyone, the Dinkum Blooming Spring update is finally here. It dropped on the 24th of March, and one of the major features, or one of the ones that I find most intriguing, is the introduction of waterbeds, which allows you to create waterfalls, which if you're a decorator like me is a huge game changer. So in today's video I'm going to run through with you how you get them, the things you can and can't do with these waterbeds, and how to make them look wonderful. Hopefully that's quite a big ask, but hopefully we can cover all of that in today's video. So don't forget to like and also subscribe. Let me know what your favorite feature is about the latest update in the comments below, and let's get started. So before you can start creating beautiful waterfalls, there are a few things you must do first. Firstly, you must purchase a waterscaping license from Fletch. This will cost you 1,000 milestone points, and once you have unlocked the license, you will receive the waterbed DIY. You can craft the waterbed at your DIY crafting bench, and it will cost you 2 bags of cement, 1 pearl and 1 copper bar. This recipe will make you 8 waterbeds, which I don't think is too bad of a deal, but it will be costly if you want to do a huge area. So once you've got these and you've got them in your inventory, this is where you can really go to town and start creating some things. If this is your first time using the waterbeds, there are a few important things to know. So the waterbed is not like a bucket of water. When you place it down, it is not going to freely flow all around the dirt. Instead, it is actually placed inside a concrete surround or bed. This area will disappear if you place it next to other waterbeds, so you can create like a pond or a river area, which is nice. Or if you're trying to integrate it into a natural area, you can place other blocks such as dirt. This will help remove that concrete area as well. The waterfalls will only be created when you place it on a block above and then there is water to flow into. So it doesn't matter how high that block is, but there must be water beneath it so it can actually fall into it. You can use existing and naturally formed water to join onto the water beds. So this means that you can actually create underwater waterfalls. That is a mouthful, which is unique, but it could make way for a cool water feature. So that's kind of the basic mechanics as to how the waterbeds actually work, but there's a few other little hints and tips that I've got for you. At the moment, they are only 1 tile deep, and they can't go any deeper than that, so don't try and make them deeper than that. Fish won't spawn in them, and you can't actually place them inside of them. NPCs and animals can walk through them. That's because they're only 1 tile deep. You can place flowers and lily pads inside of the waterbeds, which is great, good news. I did try placing furniture inside of them, it doesn't work. I also tried using the stone wand on them, that doesn't work either. At the moment, there is another thing you cannot do, and that is place bridges over the top of them. I think they are working on a fix for this. However, as of recording, you can't do this, which is very, very disappointing, but hopefully it gets remedied quickly. So that's kind of everything that's important about the waterbed so far. Let's get on to some decorating and see what we can do and what looks good and what doesn't. So for the first build, what I wanted to try and do or test out was like a staircase waterfall. As you can see, I've added in the terraforming of the little heights, so each little steps, and then you can go in with your water beds and just make the water flow nicely into the pond or the river, whatever it is you've got going on beneath. My inspiration for decorating around this one definitely came from more of like a canal type feel for like a city like structure. So that's what I'm going to try and incorporate with it. So that's why I've added in the concrete all around, concrete base underneath the water beds, and almost like a maybe like a little bit like a Venice canal or something. I know they probably didn't have waterfalls like this, but like you can make a real feature of it is what I'm saying. If you wanted to, you could make it like a whole canal build running throughout your town. Now that we have these waterbeds, it's so much easier to move water around, so hopefully we'll see more things like that. And also you can make it into like a seating area. So I'll add some benches later, but you can make it wider if you wanted to. And when we get the ability to add bridges over the top of them, I think that would be perfect. Like, have lots of bridges over the waterways would look amazing. As you can see, I've gone for a very much like cement type build, and I think it works nicely. I think it works quite well. So yeah, as I say, this is just like a little teaser, a tester, an experiment. I'm sure you could integrate something like this into your island, into your area a lot better than I can. Okay, for my second attempt at trying these waterfalls, I wanted to try something a lot more natural. So I terraformed out this area and then decided that we were going to go for some like natural waterfalls and have a pond at the top. So it kind of fits like having a water source and then the water flowing down. When I was doing this, I definitely felt like to make it look good, you had to experiment with the different heights and also think about like the widths. Sometimes it was nice to have a wider waterfall than just one that is straight flowing down, because I don't think that's a true representation of how the water would actually flow. So I think it worked quite nicely having it done this way, and just kind of really just having it natural and not having it symmetrical as well, because we have two kind of main waterfalls here. So if you're going for natural, don't make it kind of symmetrical as well. The one thing that I do wish that I had done here is like give it more chance for trees and stuff. So I didn't get to that point, but you will see what else helps make it natural, which is definitely using like water lilies and also like bushes and flowers. I also used the stone wand, which yeah, may have had some help getting that one, but the stones and the water, oh my gosh, they're a wonderful combination. They definitely help make it feel very, very natural. So if you're all about the decorating, I would definitely 100% recommend that. Again, with this whole area, because it's just more of like a little test build, the whole terraforming definitely needs some work as well. So just ignore that, the outer edges. But this is starting to take shape now. This is all flowing into a natural occurring water lake thing that was already on my kind of area. So in theory, I could place furniture here, and also I can place the stones in this water. Like I said earlier, you can't use the stone wand on the water beds, but you can use it in the naturally occurring area. So if you're doing water beds into the natural pond, then you can do it that way, and it looks cute. Yeah, the flowers and stuff are definitely helping this area out so far, but I'm gonna fill in this pond now. Again, I'm gonna add some flowers and water lilies and stuff in here as well, just to make it feel natural. That's what we're trying to achieve here. But yeah, I cannot wait to experiment more. These are literally my first time giving this a go and just seeing what works and what doesn't, and I think it's not doing too bad. So I can't wait to see what other people come up with. But yeah, here's the stone wand. This is looking amazing. I can do it in the water now, so that's good. And if you want them a bit smaller, like you don't want them too high, you can actually chop them down and just make it a little bit smaller. There you go. Just make it a little bit smaller, and then I think that does help. But as I said, trees would definitely help this build pop a bit more, and have a bit more kind of natural stuff. And here's a few little close shots of it. So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've probably bombarded your mind with lots of information, but I really cannot wait to see what people come up with these waterfall builds. If you want to see me do like a whole build focused around like water and do something cool with them, let me know. And as I said earlier, let me know your favorite feature about the update. I would love to hear it. So I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.